friends, I'm Angel Chandra Bhalera. I'm studying in Podda International School in class 8. Today we are going to see question and answers of an English poem. The name of the poem is Unicorn, written by Shel Silverstein. But before watching this video in detail, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So let's start. Question 1. Read the given extracts and answer the following questions. A. Stanza. But the Lord seen some sinning and it caused him pain. He says, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He says, hey brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Go and build me a floating zoo. Question 1. What was God pained to see? The answer is God was pained to see people sin. Question 2. What did God decide to do? The answer is God decided to make it rain for 40 days and nights. Question 3. What did God tell Noah to do? The answer is God told Noah to build a floating zoo. Question 4. Find a word from the extract which is the opposite of sinking. The answer is floating. D. Stanza. Oh, Noah looked out through the driving rain, but the unicorns were hiding, playing silly games. They were kicking and splashing in the mystery of morn. Oh, them silly unicorn. 1. What did Noah do when it started raining? The answer is Noah started to look for the unicorns. Question 2. What were the unicorns doing when Noah looked for them? The answer is the unicorns were hiding, playing silly games and frolicking while the rain was pouring. Question 3. Why does the poet call the unicorns silly? The answer is because they were ignoring Noah's call and never made it on board. Question 4. Find a word from the extract which means the same as foolish. The answer is silly. Question 2. Answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. A. Describe the earth when it was in its nascent stage a long time ago. The answer is the earth was fully green and there were different kinds of animals which now does not exist. All animals ran around freely while the earth was being born, and the loveliest of all the animals was the unicorn. B. How did Noah obey God? The answer is Noah obeyed God by following his commands and building an ark before it starts raining and took all the animals in pairs. Question C. Which animals were sheltering in the ark? Why could Noah not wait for the unicorns to enter the ark? The answer is there were 2 green alligators and couple of geese. There were 2 humpy bumpy camels and 2 chimpanzees. There were 2 cats and rats and elephants, but Noah couldn't find unicorn. The rain started falling heavily and flood was coming. That's why Noah could not wait for the unicorns. Question D. What happened to the unicorns in the end? The answer is, in the end, unicorns looked up from the rock and saw the ark floating away and started to cry, and the water raised and floated them away. Question 3. Answer the following questions in 100 to 120 words. A. How was the earth in the beginning and how it became flooded? The answer is the earth was fully green and there were different kinds of animals which now does not exist. All the animals ran around freely while the earth was being born, and the loveliest of all the animals was the unicorn. After a few time, God was pained to see the people sinning and decided to make it rain for 40 days and nights, and that's why the earth became flooded. Question B. Why do we not see unicorns today? The answer is because of the rain, the earth was flooded and the unicorns were floated away. This is why we don't see unicorns anymore. Question 4, that is summary of the poem. This poem is about why there are no unicorns on the earth. Shel thought that they didn't go on Noah's Ark because they were silly. The whole poem shows imaginary. It feels like you can visualize the whole thing. Words like hey, Noah marched in the animals by 2 makes you see Noah bring the animals 2 into his ark. This poem is an illusion because it refers to Noah's ark, but Shel adds things like the unicorn into it too. The mood begins kind of happy but starts to become a little sad because God didn't want Noah to forget the unicorns, but because of the flood, they couldn't wait for them. Poetry analysis. In the poem, there are rhythmic patterns. Each stanza is AA and BB, which makes the poem sound good. One time, Shel used alliterations for the words being born. There are no patterns in the syllables. Also, the poem repeats words such as green alligators, long-necked geese, humpy bumpy camels, chimpanzees, etc. are in most stanzas. Shel did this to prove a point that there are so many animals in the world, but there are no unicorns. The poem's dictions was different. For example, every time Shel had a word that ended in ing, he would remove the G such as sinning, hiding, kicking, etc. He did this so the poem sounds more fluent and to make the poem easier to read, since there are so many words that were supposed to end in ing. Okay friends, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and if you have any suggestions for me, please write in comment box. Bye. Have a good day. Thanks for watching this video.